Okay, on the Algebra Builder 25, we're on this section. We're filling out the process column. So, negative 2 times 0 plus 3 is 3. Negative 2 times 1 plus 3 is
1.
negative 2 times 2 plus 3 is
-1.
negative 2 times 3 plus 3 is
-2.
good. As the x increases by 1, what does the y value do? Decreases by 2. Why does it decrease by 2? How did I already know before I started it was going to decrease by 2? Hey? Because the negative 2 right there is the rate of change or the slope. But I need somebody to answer me this. And I need everybody thinking. Why is this not called the constant of proportionality or unit rate? Why is it just the rate of change in slope? Oh, nobody knows? Oh, y'all gonna make me cry on this Monday morning. Y'all have known it. You've known it. And when I say it, you're going to be going, oh, why can't I call it the constant proportionality on this equation? Huh? Is what? 3. It's not proportional. So it can't be the constant proportionality because it's not proportional. This is a plus 3. That's a plus 3. So that's the y-intercept. Right? The y-intercept, not 0. So what I want to do is not graph the coordinates. I want to review how to graph from the equation. Where do I start? Where do I start to graph? At 3. It's the y-intercept, isn't it? So I'm going to start at 3. And then the slope is negative 2. I need to put it over 1. So that tells me to do what from that point? Oh, awesome. Over 1, down 2. Over 1, down 2. Do that a couple of times. And then draw your line, please. And then let's check and see if our coordinates are on our line. 0, 3 is on there. 1, 1. 2, -1. And 3, -3. Look at there. Hey, why is our line coming down? Because it's negative. Awesome. Put that in warm-ups, please. Look at these. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Look in your book on page 277. We're going to do one problem. Guys, we got an easy day today. And you know what I forgot to tell first and second period? Huh? No. I forgot to tell them. This is the last thing we have to learn before the test. This is it. And then we got to review. This is the last thing that I need to teach you. So, and I know it's the end of February. It's crazy. But the test, listen guys, the test, when we come back from spring break, the test is 2 weeks later. So I'll have 2 weeks to review you. And 3 of those days, I've got to give you the practice test in here. So that means only 7 days of review. So I'm a little anxious. That's why I've been reviewing you on the warm-ups and on that algebra builder. So we've already been reviewing some of that stuff. But then we'll review the 7 days. You let me panic about it. You don't need to panic. I'm going to have you ready. Those people that, if you've been working all year, you're good to go. If you've been working, you don't need to worry about the test. Okay? So, this is a cylinder. What we're learning today is surface area of a cylinder. And believe it or not, it looks like the hardest formula, and it's the easiest of all of them. It is. It's the easiest of all of them. And everybody's agreed with me this morning. It's simple. Okay, the first thing I need to do, what is that? What is that? It's the height of the cylinder, right? If I draw a net for this, what is the net going to look like? Willie can see something.
4 rectangles and 2 circles.
4 rectangles?
I mean, like, 1 rectangle. Like, I meant, like, never mind.
Okay, well, tell me what you think. Okay, now I can't get up and show you because of the video. I'm going to have to make this smaller and show you. Oh, sorry. Well, I'll hold it up and then, okay, this is how the net looks. Now, these circles, I can move this circle down here as long as one circle's on one side and one's on the other. That's the net for it, for the cylinder. So it's got a rectangle and 2 circles. How do I get area of a circle?
1/3.
Area of a circle. On your reference chart that should be out. Pi squared. So that's how you get the area of 1 circle. Right? But we're going to have 2 of them if we're getting the total. We're going to have 2 of them. Right? So everybody understand that? Why we're doing pi squared. Because that's how you get area of a circle. And we're going to double it because there's 2 circles, just a lot. So everybody agree? Then we got to get the area of the rectangle. How do I get area of a rectangle? Who said? Base times height or length times width, right? Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to hold it up for you, and then I'll hold it up for the recording. Okay, I want you to see something. Just look, I'm not going to fold the bottom circle in. Okay. As I unfold this, I need you to watch the rectangle. Watch the rectangle first. When I unfold this, the height of the cylinder is also what? The height of the rectangle. Let me do it again because some people didn't see that. When I unfold this cylinder, when I unfold it, the height of the cylinder is also the height of the rectangle. Cool? Okay, let me do it for the recording, for the people on the recording. So, as I unfold this cylinder, as I unfold it, watch the rectangle. The height of the cylinder is also the height of the rectangle. Okay? Now this time I want you to watch the circle. Watch the circle. As I unfold it, what did you notice about the circle and the rectangle? Let me do it again. As I unfold it, okay, Willie sees it. Brooke sees it. Let me do it one more time. As I watch the circle. Focus on the circle. As I unfold it, what do the circle and the rectangle have in common? Madison, what do you think? Okay, Willie? The circumference of the circle, look at it again, fits right in with the length of that rectangle, doesn't it? You see it now? So the circumference of that circle is the same, or if you look at the bottom, if you want to call that the base, the circumference of the circle is the same as that base. Exactly the same. Or it wouldn't fit in there. Okay? Let me show the recording, people. So, as you unfold the cylinder, watch the circle. As you unfold the cylinder, then the circumference of the circle is the same as the length or the base of that rectangle. So the formula, guys, when you're looking on your reference chart, everybody tell me, how do I get the total surface area of a cylinder? Let's all read it together. Let's all read it together. Let's all read it together. 2 times pi times radius times height plus 2 times pi times radius squared. Does everybody get that? Okay, so now let's look at this part. What did we say pi r squared gave us? The area of the circle. And there's 2 of them. Okay? What if they only told you to cover, let's say that you have a big cylinder on the playground and you're painting it, and it's sitting on the ground and you don't need to paint the bottom. How many circles would you have then? Just 1. So you might need to change this formula depending on what they're having you paint or cover. True? Okay? So this gives you the area of the 2 circles. So this part gives you the area of the 1 rectangle. So we know why the H is there. That's the height. That's the height of the prism. Of the cylinder, of the cylinder. Why are we going to do 2 pi r? Circumference. It's the circumference of the circle. Guys, remember? Willie just told us the circumference of the circle is the same as this base. So 2 pi r gives us the circumference of that circle, which is how long this is. Does that make sense? Okay? So that's the length of the rectangle, and that's the height, or that's the base times the height. And you just follow the formula. And guys, what makes this so easy is that you don't have a big B in there to worry about. You don't have to go try to find, well, the base is a triangle, so I got to write 1/2 base times height. It's a circle. I got to write pi r squared. It's a rectangle. I got to do base times height. You don't have the big B in there. That's what makes this formula so easy. Simple. Okay, so let's do one on 277 at the bottom. 277 on the bottom. It says, how many square inches of cardboard are needed for the lateral, circle lateral? Look on your reference chart and tell me how we get the lateral surface area of the cylinder. 2 pi r h. That's the lateral. That's the rectangle. So, guys, on this green bean can, I'm just going to do the label. I'm just going to do the label, and I have to share this story. Every year I have to share it. Some kids like this, and they kind of remember from me talking about it. When my cousin got married, he had gone and bought all these groceries and put in his pantry. All these canned goods, okay? And so when they come back for their honeymoon, they would have this food already in the pantry. Their friends got in their apartment, took all the labels off the cans. So for supper, they'd get 2 cans out. It might be 2 cans of corn. It might be a can of pinto beans, a can of green beans. They never knew what they were going to have for supper because no labels on them. That's kind of a cruel prank, wasn't it? Okay, they thought it was funny. But label is just the lateral part. The label only gives you the lateral. Okay? So, that's what they want. So, we're going to come over here. We're going to label. What is the 2? Radius. What's the 5? The height. So we're going to go 2, use a parenthesis, please, 3.14 times 2 times 5. Now go multiply. Good. That's the lateral part. That gives us the label. Now it says, what is the total? Well, instead of having to redo it, guys, instead of having to redo the whole thing, let's just add on the area of the 2 circles and make it easy on ourselves. We know that's the lateral, but now let's go add the 2 circles on. And it's 2 squared, huh? Follow the formula exactly. Don't try to make up something different. What'd you get? 25.12. Did everyone get that? Okay, now, to get the total, now they didn't ask us what the area of the 2 circles were. They don't care about that. They just wanted the lateral, and now they want, well, what would the total be? So add those 2 numbers and you get
87.92
inches. Oh, it says round to the nearest 10. So it'd be 87.9 inches squared would be my answer. Got it? Okay. Close your book. On page, I told you it's the easiest one. D66 on your piece of paper. And I'm going to help you make it easier on yourself so you don't have to do as much work. So pay attention if you want to do it the easiest way. On D66, I shouldn't hear all the scrounging to get paper. Piece of paper's on the board. Okay, it says find the lateral area and the total for each cylinder. So, look at number 1. I'm going to go ahead and write the whole thing. I'm going to go write the whole problem. I'm going to go ahead and write the whole formula. And then I'm going to come label 5 is the radius and 12 is the height. Do I want you to label every time or just every once in a while?
every time.
I'm telling you, the people that call me to help them, they don't have anything labeled. Well, no wonder they're lost as a goosey. Okay? So now we're going to just follow the formula. 2 times 3.14 times 5 times 12 plus, we shouldn't be calculating anything yet, plus 2 times 3.14 times 5 squared. I followed the formula exactly. I didn't have to think about it. I could be just like a little robot. Underneath every letter, I put what goes there. Now I'm going to multiply the first part of it. I should hear clickety-clack. Tell them what you got. Good, 376.8. What does that give me? 376.8. What is that? It's the lateral. Well, they want the lateral, so I'm going to come over here and write 376.8 centimeter squared. That is the lateral surface area. Okay, now they want the total, so I need to keep going And I need to do the area of the two circles.
157.
Thank you. 157. Now, well, we'll do it in just a second. So 157 is not an answer I'm going to go look for. They don't care about the area of the two circles. We got to add it up, and then what do we get?
533.8.
There you go. So we're going to come over here, and in the blank, the total is 533.8 centimeters. Good. Now let's go find those two answers. Okay. Okay, D. One is D, right? And please do the riddle as you go. A while ago, somebody on the front part had done 3 of them, 7, 8, 9 wrong. They didn't have the right answer on any of them. But if they'd have called me over there on 7 when they realized it was wrong, I could have helped them, and they wouldn't have missed 8 and 9. And so 1 is D, there's only 1, and 2 is U. 2 U's. Do the riddle as you go. So, does everybody see what you're going to do? That's the same thing you're going to do on, hey, and look, put a 2 right there, because that gave us the total. So 1, this is 1 and 2. Okay, look at 9, 10, and 11. Read the directions for me, Leah. On part 2, on 9. No, the directions above the 9. What does it say? Okay, it just wants the total. Are you going to get the lateral? Yeah, you're going to get the lateral and then the area of the two circles and then add them together. But you're not going to hunt the answer for the lateral because they just want the total. You're going to do the whole thing. You're going to do the whole thing. Okay, look on 12. Read 12 for me, Jay. Okay, stop working. I need you to listen and focus on 12. Tell me what we're going to find, Emily, on 12. The lateral or the total? Why? Tell them. There you go. The label is the lateral part. So you won't do the total. You only do the lateral part. You only do the area of the rectangle. That's all you have to do. Don't do the total. Okay, 13, read it for me, Amber. Who knows? Is that going to be lateral or total? Total. That's going to be total. It's going to be total. Okay. Are there any questions on how to get lateral or total surface area of a cylinder? Okay, everybody turn back to D65 real quick. Who has finished D65? You have finished it. What? 6 problems. 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Okay. So you're going to finish D65 before you start D66. But I need you to look at number 7. I need everybody to look at number 7. Okay? On number 7, I need you to draw around the base. On number 7, D65, you're going to draw around the base. This is 7, so that's 7. That's 9, so that's 9. What's the height of this prism? 10. Good. When you use that 10, can you use it again? No. Once you use it, done. One and done. One and done. Once you use that 10, you're not going to use it again. Okay? Now look at the triangle. Look at the triangle. In fact, I tell you what. Let me go ahead and do number 7. So number down to 7 if you're doing 1, 2, 3. Depends on how. Let's do 7 together. David, are you on number 7 with us? Okay, look at 7. This is how we get the surface area, total surface area of a prism. What is the perimeter of that triangle? Not on 7, you didn't. 28. Does everybody see how she got 28? 7 plus 9 plus 12. Perimeter. Times 10. Awesome. Plus 2 times 1/2 base times height. Yay. Remember that big B is what gives us a fit sometimes. We have to go, oh, it's a triangle. Oh, I got to get 1/2 base times height. So 28 times 10 is, that kills me, the people that I've seen going 28 times 10 on the calculator. Not good. Plus, half of 2 is 1. Now, well, wait a minute. No, it's not 60. What is the base of the triangle? 12. You have to have the 12 there. I need to see the 12. 12 is the base of the triangle. Times what? Why 5? Half of the triangle. Remember, when it's the big B, you're focusing on the base only. So 280 plus 60 is good. I think it's meters. And it meters squared. So 340. If your answer is not down there, guys, it's wrong. Don't keep going. Raise your hand and let me or Miss Kent come help you. Okay? I'm going to be walking around. So you finish D65 first, then you go to D66. And I'm going to be coming around to check. And if you have a question, please ask. Okay. No questions? Good. Start working.